Before the video starts, I do want to apologize for my rant in this video. This is a very sensitive subject matter that I hold near and dear to my heart. I have been asked to do videos on this and another incident for several months now. By not doing these videos until now, I have not avoided the subject. This is just a very emotional subject for me, and this video was very hard to do. Greetings. Hello everyone, it's Goose. This is Scot Peterson. He was the school resource officer at Parkland when the shooting happened several years ago. He was charged last year with child neglect. He has a trial coming up starting soon. They're going to be doing jury selection next week.
Former Broward Sheriff's Deputy Scot Peterson was accused of taking cover instead of taking action during the Parkland massacre. His trial is now set to begin.
And our crime specialist Bridget Matter joins us live from Fort Lauderdale with what we can expect to happen in the courtroom this week. Bridget.
So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. An attorney Local 10 spoke to today says this is not a slam dunk case for the prosecution.
Former Broward Sheriff's Office deputy was fired and eventually charged for failing to confront the shooter. 5 years later, his trial is set to begin. He's facing 7 counts of child neglect, 3 counts of culpable negligence, and 1 count of perjury. Peterson has defended his actions, saying he did not know where the gunman was, thinking a sniper may have been targeting the building.
Hearing is set for tomorrow, and jury selection is scheduled to begin next week.
23 years ago, in the year 2000, I had one of my first active shooter classes. The way that it was taught back then in my state is if you arrived on scene of an active shooter, specifically a school, you waited till at least one other officer got there before you made entry. I thought that was horse shit, and I voiced my opinion. And the instructor teaching the class told me that if I went in and something happened to me, that I wasn't going to be able to help anyone. The instructor that I was going to go in regardless, no matter what. He said, what if there's no help? I said, well, if there's parents or janitors there and I have a backup gun, they have a gun. He said, you can't do that. I said, watch me. My thought process was and still is, if you're the first officer on the scene to a school, a daycare, a church, whatever, nut up or shut up. Do your job and go in. Don't be a coward of Broward like Deputy Peterson was. Now, I've said this before in lives and in other videos. Teach your children if something happens at school, if they're on a first floor, to get the hell out the window. If gunfire is from far away, open up the door and get the hell out. Do not shelter in place and make yourself a target. In that news clip, they said it may be really hard to prosecute Deputy Peterson. I hope they do prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law, because I do not buy his story for 1 minute. What's your thoughts on this video? Comment and let us know.